Hi, I'm Goob, and this video is my announcement for my Appalachian Trail 2021 through hike. I'll be covering a little bit of my background and the gear I'll be taking on this trip. I've recently retired from 20 years active duty in the Air Force. I've been dreaming about this trip for at least the last 5 years, so I'm super excited to finally get out and go and do it. Despite whether the trail is going to be officially closed or not through the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, I think I'm still going to go hike the trail. I'm aiming to start somewhere in April, probably mid-April, plus or minus a week or two. I still have some post-retirement processing to do, so as soon as that's all figured out, I'll be able to hit the trail. The backpack I'm going to be taking on the AT is going to be the Osprey Exos 48 bag. On the bottom I've got strapped in the small Z-seat. On the inside of the bag, just to keep everything from getting any excess water leaking in, I've got a Nylaflume bag as a bag liner. On the front of this bag, I've bought extra hip belt pockets that are waterproof from Z-Packs. This will be the main daily hiking attire that I'll be using. Starting off with the sun hat, floppy hat from Outdoor Research, primarily hiking in just a sun hoodie. Then I've got the zip-off shorts pants from Columbia. Ex Officio boxer briefs for underwear. The socks I'll be using will be the Injinji liner socks, and then the Darn Tough hiking socks over top of that. Hiking shoes, finding the right pair of shoes has been a trouble for me. Right now I'm using the Salomon Speed Cross 5s. I've got 0 miles on these currently, but I'll be planning on doing some test hikes in the spring before I actually hit the trail, see how those work out for me. Over top of those I've got Dirty Girl Gaiters. And then the trekking poles I'll be using are from Black Diamond. They're the cork handled with the angled ergonomic grips. This is going to be any and all remaining extra clothes, cold weather gear, rain gear that I'm going to be taking for the trip. This one is just going to be used for in town. It's going to be my town shirt. Extra socks and underwear, 2 of each pairs. The thicker Darn Tough socks I'm going to be using as sleep socks. It could easily still be snowing up in the mountains through till May, so I'm going to have that just in case. Primarily also going to be using these as a warm sleep layer. Is going to be a base layer of smart wool long underwear. Layering system on top of that, I've got a warmer jacket from Arc'teryx, and then if it gets super cold, I've got the Ghost Whisperer puffy jacket from Mountain Hardwear. For rain gear, I've just got some light rain gear from Light Heart Gear, tops and bottoms. I've got a bug net, a warm hat from Mountain Hardwear, wool gloves I got from Z-Packs, and Gore-Tex glove liners for on top of those, and everything is going to be packed away into this Z-Pack stuff sack. This is going to be the sleep system I'm going to be taking on trail. My primary sleeping pad is going to be the Thermarest pad. This is the regular length wide. I roll around in my sleep a bit, and this is going to be just wide enough for me. The pillow is from Sea to Summit, and I've got a buff that I'm going to be primarily using as a pillowcase, so I can just throw that in the wash every time I'm in a town or something. Sleeping bag is from Z-Packs. It's their 20-degree bag, and inside of that I'm going to be using the Sea to Summit sleeping bag liner. Along with the Thermarest sleeping pad came a pump sack. I think I'm going to take the pump sack. It's definitely not necessary, but definitely get tired when I'm inflating it manually. So pump sack just takes a few seconds. Super easy to use. This is the food and water setup I'm going to have. Bear bagging kit from Z-Packs along with 50 Feet with their line and rucksack kit. I'm going to keep in this small bag toothpaste, little travel toothbrush, floss, cook kit, pot I've got from Toke's Titanium 650 milliliter pot, lighter, MSR Pocket Rocket 2 for the stove, just whatever random fuel canister I got. I'm going to keep a handkerchief for cleaning out the pot. Water setup is going to be the 1 liter Katadyn water filtration system, and I'll keep a couple of Smart Water 1 liter bottles to fill up. So my max water carry will only be about 3 liters, but I think that'll be plenty. This is my miscellaneous kit. I'm going to keep all of these items in the blue stuff sack. I've got an extra smart water bottle lid, earplugs for if I'm around people that snore, a small Swiss Army knife. I've got tweezers and little scissors in there. I've got a little microfiber cloth for cleaning eyeglasses, a little pack towel for keeping condensation out from my tent. In this little bag, I've got bug spray and hand sanitizer. This is the first aid kit that I'm going to take. I've got leuko tape, some band-aids, Advil. Inside this little foam, I've got a needle, and then I've also got some patch repair kits. These are all the electronic items that I'm going to be taking. All this is going to be in the small stuff sack I've got from Z-Packs. The headlamp I've got is the Pexel Actic Core. It's got nice bright white lights as well as red. The earplugs are going to be for when I edit videos at night. Got an extra camera battery with its own little charger there that it's in. Extra battery bank I'm going to be taking is from Anker. This is the 15,000 milliamp. I'm going to be editing everything on my iPhone. This is the SE 2020. Got an extra adapter to go from the battery to the phone to the camera so I can download all the videos. This is a 1 terabyte storage disk. I'm going to have 4K copies of all my videos, and then I'm going to be uploading to YouTube in 1080 just for the time duration it takes to upload videos over Wi-Fi. Over here, last items are just extra charger cables and a wall outlet plug. You'll notice I've got my name on some of the items, highly recommended for when you're at hostels and everybody's trying to plug everything into the wall and you've got 20 phones sitting around. Just put your name on something so people can recognize whose it is in case you leave it behind. They can try to get it to you back on trail. The tent I'll be using is the Pleximid one-man tent from Z-Packs. This is a pretty loose setup, but it'll give you a rough idea of what it looks like. Some of the final items I haven't mentioned yet. Most of this will go on the outside of my pack, but I'm going to have an extra handkerchief. My Toiletries kit is just a deuce of spades. I've got some extra duct tape wrapped around the handle and some toilet paper. The pack cover is a rain cover for the backpack. I've got a waterproof wallet from Z-Packs. I'll keep my phone, cash, and cards and ID and stuff in there. I've got some sandals, camp shoes. The camping chair is definitely excessive, but I've got mild back issues and it definitely takes the load off when you can bust that out in 10 seconds and have a nice seat. I think I'm going to take it as of right now, but that's the one thing that I might ditch eventually. We'll see. The last thing to mention is the camera setup that I'm going to use. This is the Sony ZV-1. This will be my main camera. It shoots in 4K. I'm just going to use my cell phone to edit all the videos with and upload everything to YouTube from there. The tripod that I've got with it is from Ulanzi, and I think I'm going to make a separate video that'll be more in detail for all the electronic setup that I'm going to use, how I charge everything, how I edit all my videos, upload everything to YouTube, and all the trail apps and such that I'm going to use in conjunction with my phone. So look forward to that. And that's all I've got. That's everything I'm going to be taking on the Appalachian Trail. Everything combined has a base weight of 16 pounds, so that's not too bad. Food and water weight can vary a little bit, so I figure 10 pounds for 4 days of food plus water, so maybe 26 pounds is a total. I can manage that, I think. Please let me know down below in the comments if you have any additional questions or advice for me. This is definitely my first long-distance through hike. I've done some weekend trips before, but nothing like this, so I'm super excited, and this will be quite the adventure. Thanks.